I just wanted to give a brief Facebook Live. The state of my existence today is, wow. Yeah, the atmosphere is increasing in intensity. It's becoming more, I would say, aggressive and accelerated, and even causing a lot of blood to pump through my head, which is why I woke up with a headache. And then when I drank some espresso, it actually helped calm it down a little bit and constrict the vessels so it's not so much blood would go through and cause that pressure headache. And then I went shopping today to get some food stuff, and I'll tell you, being out there, and it's pretty warm outside. Last night was pretty intense as far as having to release those demons, and you saw the video I did yesterday. Yeah. And that's what gave me the impetus to write what I wrote about dealing with people in denial. It's like raising children. You know, the conspiracy world isn't a fad. It's something that you have to condition for. Yeah, it's already too late. It's already too late for so many things, so, I'm glad. Will say this, I am thankful for the people that I was with in the conspiracy world. We've been helping each other and condition each other for this great reset. And now we all have to look at what we have chosen the last 12, 13 years, the last 7 years in the J juice. We have to now come to terms with what choices we made given all the information that was provided to us. We know that there are two storylines. There's always going to be two storylines. There's going to be the official narrative, which will be provided by the government, and then there'll be the unofficial narrative that has plausible deniability. That's how the system is able to do what it needs to do and have a percentage of the population completely oblivious and buying the explanations that is given to them, and it sounds logical and credible. And then you have the other percentage of the population who was given the awareness, but the system had to work against them, so that way the people that were expendable would not wake up until it was too late. And so those in the conspiracy world, you were given a gift. My mother gave me a gift. Alex Jones gave us a gift. Not saying that he could have stopped it. There was no way he was going to stop it, but maybe he was used as a tool. Who knows what he knew when he knew it? I don't know. But those that clued you in that there was another storyline that was going on and that you couldn't get any proof from as far as the government, but it was a story that you understood because you read between the lines. And so you not only prepared yourself psychologically, but you intellectually prepared yourself, potentially even biophysically prepared yourself if you looked at my information. And you might have a better chance in surviving some majorly aggressive changes. And if I can remember what happened in July 2022 when I was crawling up the stairs, when my dog was still alive and I could barely move, and I figured out how to pull out the crap and eat the food and just lay there and drink water and eat food and all of that. And it felt like part of me was dying, and I still had the drive to live. I can only imagine what April 8th is going to be like when they said that, I guess, CERN's going to be turned up. Though I'm sure it's been turning up, whatever in the atmosphere is turning up, because I feel the aggressive environment. And I haven't woken up to a headache in such a long time. And when I haven't woken up to a headache in such a long time, I know there's something else going on. And I know how bad it's going to be. When I said that dealing with people who are in denial is like raising a child, my husband doesn't realize what's going on. He's like, gosh, you're so scared. We're trying to figure out what to buy. He has a trip he's going on, wants to buy for his trip. I'm like, I want to buy for the apocalypse. And that's kind of the situation people are in. Half the population or half the family is like awake to what's going on. The other half of the family is like, nothing's going on. You're just fear mongering. It's going to be like Y2K right over again. Everyone gets all upset and then nothing happens. And I'm like, yeah, They were conditioning you, because at some point when it actually is the real deal, people will be so like desensitized to the fear. I mean, yeah, you can desensitize and work those concepts backwards and forwards, and you can desensitize people to fear and they'll walk into danger, and you can desensitize people to death and they'll be able to handle it because they've been desensitized to it. And that's the power of the system. Because I even talked to some mainstreamers today at one of the stores, and I was talking about the ship and everything. He was like, yeah, they were saying that the story, because I said, you know all the conspiracies, right? He's like, yeah. Well, he was telling me the story that somebody said that the guy in the ship called into the control room or whatever and did Mayday, Mayday, and then told the people on the bridge to stop traffic so that way there'd be as less casualty as possible at 1:30 in the morning. And I'm like, so first of all, 1:30 in the morning, so less traffic, right? Less traffic. And someone called ahead to make sure the traffic stopped beforehand. First of all, he didn't even question if that was even like weird that somebody would have that presence of mind to call before and warn the people down there at the bridge to stop traffic, but then not even question that, but then think that, oh, because it didn't happen during rush hour and there wasn't a mass casualty event, that it was on the up and up and it was an accident. And so you see how the system gives the mainstreamers a plausible story that they can buy, and they would not be even the wiser to all the situation. I said, hey, yeah, you're living, there's two storylines, like the World Economic Forum, two storylines. Okay, there's the official version that they have no control over nation states. And then you have the other storyline, that's the unofficial storyline, that they control all they control all the governments. All the governments are puppet governments and they control. So when you have the official narrative that says the World Economic Forum is not a government organization, it's a private organization, and then you have that, and you have many people buying into that, but then there's the other side of it that they do control. They do control federal governments, and you couldn't prove otherwise because here's the official narrative. Prove it that they're controlling Biden and Trump and whoever else. You can't. And so you have two different storylines, and you have the choice to pick which one, but the one that is official can never be questioned, because that's the rule of law that will govern the conduct of nations. And even though there's another storyline that's probably also true, it still doesn't take away from the fact that there's still that official storyline that is exactly true. That's the rule of law. That's the protocols. That's the policies and procedures. That's best practices. And then there's the other storyline that they have plausible deniability. And those are the two worlds that people will choose to live in. And if you understand both those worlds, you'll keep yourself safe. If you only stand one side of the world, then you will constantly keep putting yourself in hot water. You have to understand both stories and realize no matter which story you believe in, you still have to be safe. You still have to believe both stories and get out of harm's way. And you can't change a damn thing. Because no matter what, you're right. Left or right, you're right. You're correct. So what's the point of being correct if you're not going to find a way to protect yourself? Because you can't resist what's already here. And I feel it. But there's some blood types, men and women, who don't feel a damn thing. And when they do feel something, you're going to feel bad, because they're going to feel bad, and you don't want to say, I told you so. But at some point you will say, I told you so. And so I say, here's this. You just keep fighting to get the word out to the people that you like the most, respect the most. I keep telling my husband, no matter what, feel bad, eat food, shit your brains out, throw up, eat food. And remember, when you're driving on that road, wherever you're going, don't be distracted, because you never know what may happen following up to actual April 8th. And it's going to get hotter and hotter and more aggressive and more intense as we get closer to D-Day. Expect the worst. Hope for the best, but expect the worst. And prepare. Unprepared is what I'm going to be, because I don't have any definitive numbers to work with as far as time And so you figure 1 to 2 weeks of food, you might even be without power, 3 days of food and be mobile, full tank of gas. That's all you can prepare for. That's it. There's no way to know if you're going to be having to be at home for months and months. You just don't know. All right? So good luck, everyone. You're going to need it. Bye.